Kim, you gotta start it. We got 30 seconds.
I did.
30 seconds, Kim!
I did.
Then we're okay. What is your American dream?
My American dreams at this moment, living the blissful aspect of knowing that I could be free of my detachments. If I could detach anything that is creating pain, and that this country has allowed me to become the best version of me, I think that is called the American
You're
dream.
wondering your view.
The American dream too is about realization. The most important thing in my life is to find my home. I'm so grateful to be living in America, and it's such an experience for me. To connect with my soul is the way that I'm living my American dream.
Living the American dream in the wildest dream. Who would I ever thought that I was going to live in New York City, having these amazing choices and possibilities? America has been the best gift I ever had, because it has allowed me to become the best version of who I am.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam! I mean, come on, bunnies. Oh, hello, everybody! Happy Monday! Did you guys watch the Oscars last night? Well, I sure did, but I do have a bone to pick with Melissa McCarthy when she was presenting the award for Best Costume Design. Congratulations, by the way, to Ruth Carter of Black Panther for winning that award. Kudos. Well deserved. She decided to wear a dress that was covered in bunny rabbits. I understand her outfit was homage to The Favorite, and I understand from reading a little bit about the movie, because I am, as you know, a very precocious groundhog, that director Yorgos Lanthimos used bunny rabbits for Queen Anne's favorite pet because they represent innocence and subversion. Well, maybe I have a bone to pick with the director too, because look at me. I am the perfect encapsulation of both innocence and subversion. Everyone knows I would have been perfect all over Melissa McCarthy's dress. I mean, bunnies, for real? Come on, they're not that cute. I'm way cuter, and they have weird ears. I don't trust anything that has ears as long as my tail. Bunnies really procreate real quick, so I mean, you have one bunny and then look, you got 17, like Queen Anne. I mean, heck, if Melissa McCarthy is going to work with animals that burrow, they should be a groundhog, gosh darn it. Seriously, bunnies are overrated as pets. It's been proven that squirrels make good pets. And you know that I am in the squirrel family. I would do just about anything to work with the great Melissa McCarthy. And if I had to change a little bit, I guess I could. I have an idea. Do you like me now, Melissa? Am I good enough to work with now? That's me, Bunny Hog. Damn it, you want Buddy? I'll give you Buddy. Melissa, next year, baby. Next year, you and me. It was the last episode of Bradshaw Live. Brad spoke to Kitty Murray, the CEO and founder of Refuge Coffee Company in Clarkston, Georgia, and one of her employees, Samaya Mascudi, who's a refugee. And they discussed this wonderful Refuge Coffee Company that delivers everybody delicious coffee and specialty drinks while also employing refugees and immigrants as work staff, which celebrates the incredible diversity of Clarkston, Georgia, which happens to be a UN refugee destination city. If you're in the area, definitely go check them out. Now it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Introducing Bradshaw Live, starring Brad
everybody. It is Friday. It's not Friday. It's Monday. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Let's start again. It's Monday, February 25th. And you know what Monday, February 25th means?
What?
Yonathan and Belgium Kim.
Is that a thing that means something?
It does.
Okay.
It means we got a full week ahead of us of answering immigration questions and having fun.
That's right.
Huh? We like that.
We like that, huh?
Mhm.
And welcome, Yonathan and Belgium Kim. How are you?
Hey. Oh, look.
Whew.
Oh, this
Yeah,
is,
we changed the
is
camera
gonna be-
angles.
yeah,
Did you
we got
notice?
this.
Did anybody
Yeah.
notice out there that we
Crazy.
changed the camera angles?
Would people notice something?
I don't know. Would anybody notice that? I notice it. I don't even know where to look anymore.
I was
Look,
gonna
you
say,
see? I have no idea where I'm going. Cameras are all in the different spots right now.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
did this? Sam?
All by
Right.
himself.
Sam did this? I don't even know where to look anymore, right?
They don't look bad for something Sam did. I gotta be real.
Really?
Oh,
Right.
Oh, there I am.
tough.
I like this angle.
This is gonna be
Oh,
hard.
yeah. I like it. What do you think, guys? You like the new angles? Marge Higgs! Hey, hey, hey! Jonathan Elliott says squat up. We know that
Yeah.
guy, right?
Yeah.
That's right.
And Mia Montauk, CC Mitchell, Malia Loman, Willie L. Williams says, hey, everybody. And Christine Bennett says, squat up, everyone. By the way, sorry we are a little late today, but we, we say we advertise or promote our show starts at 5:30. But in Bradshaw Live time, that's about 5:40, 5:45. So Belgium Kim said to me, I'm like, come on, we got to start the show. And Belgium Kim says, we're only like 5 minutes late. I go, what are you talking about? It's almost 6 o'clock. She goes, but in Bradshaw Live
Right.
time, we're only
Right.
like 5 minutes late.
Yeah.
Calm down, Brad, right?
It's true. And that was true.
It was true, right?
It was 100%
Yes. Jody Ann White, how are you? Shar Wally says, good evening, Mr. Brad. And Ramona Hazel says, squad up, everyone. Welcome back, Brad and the squad.
Awesome.
And who else? Marcia McCalla says, squad up, Brad and everybody. Christy Kinsali. I love how squad up just has taken on fire here.
Yeah.
Everybody says squad up now, right?
That's right. We did not think that was going to be a thing.
We
Who's
did
the
not
one
think
who
it was
made
going to
that
be a thing. Somebody, we didn't make it up.
A Brad squatter
A Brad
made it.
squatter made it up.
Yeah.
I forgot who it
I hope
was.
you guys
It could have been
patented
Tamika or Lisa Bling. Maybe. I don't know. Tell us who made that up. Does anybody remember who made that up?
What if it's Jeff Bosey?
No, Jeff Bosey did not
So
make
it's
that
not
up.
Jeff Bosey.
We haven't seen Jeff Bosey in a long time.
He has been, thanks.
Is he alive?
Thanks to us,
I
actually.
hope so.
He's been doing his comedian thing really hard.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He's in it hard.
and it's thanks to Bradshaw Live.
That's
like,
right, it
He
got him
never
the
had,
impetus.
yeah, he never had the push to do it
Right.
until he started being a commenter on our show.
That's right. And then he
Nice.
started being funny, and everyone's like, oh, Jeff, you're a pretty funny guy.
Exactly.
And now we lost him. Well, maybe one day when he's, bigger and richer than Yonathan over here, he'll come on the show. What do you think?
Maybe one day.
Maybe. I don't think he'll ever reach that level, Yonathan.
I know. I do feel like he's kind of outgrown us, and my feelings are a little hurt.
little hurt.
Damn,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Yeah,
Wow.
damn.
Wow.
Deion Watson hasn't outgrown us. Neither has, I said Malia Loban Martin, right?
Yeah.
And Patroda Collins. What's going on? Dawn Harriet. And who else we got here? Abigail Taylor says, hope you're all okay and had a wonderful weekend. We did have a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
At least I did. Jody Ann White said, Kimmy, Yo-Yo, Brad, the middle love y'all bad.
That's right.
The middle love you. What's the middle?
I'm not sure.
I don't know what she's referring to, but it sounds really cool.
It,
I like it.
I liked it.
Does she mean like the middle?
I thought I thought she meant like the middle person, like she
well.
loves you the most. I don't know. I don't know what
And
that
that would be
means,
completely
but
fair.
it sounded cool, so I wanted to read it.
Thank you.
Lolita Platt, better late than never. No, we're only 5 minutes late in Bradshaw Lifetime.
Yes.
Right?
So it's okay.
And it's great. You know what the best thing about doing live digital is? You can just make up your time whenever you want.
Yeah.
It's not like we're on
100%.
like CNN where like, you have to like go right now.
100%. Yes, that is.
It would be an issue if we did have to do that.
It would be an issue. All right.
Bradshaw Live is on Bradshaw Live time at all times. Still with the program.
And Marcine Frazier on YouTube says, hey guys, y'all love. Avs LA says, squad up, Brad. Squad up, team. Great way to start the week by watching you guys for laughs and immigration knowledge. And of course, Shanique Meyer says, happy Monday, Brad, squad, family. Ashley Thomas saying hello. Sancia Geddes says, what happened to Friday? Oh, Friday is Friday. And Monday is
Talking
Monday.
about last
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh, I thought you were saying, I thought maybe why I opened the show and said it's
No.
Friday.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe, we don't know. Rocco Chocolate. Is this new? Rocco chocolate?
Rococo chocolate.
Rococo chocolate. No,
Was asking questions last week.
Oh, it's Rococo chocolate. I thought it was. Oh, you're right. It is Rococo chocolate.
No, we
I
do
can't
know
read.
Rococo chocolate.
I thought his name was Rocco chocolate.
Ooh, that's a Rocco chocolate sounds like a hump day kind of story.
I'm like, Kim, maybe you want to meet Rocco chocolate.
Rocco chocolate.
I think maybe Kim wants to
Sounds
meet
like
her.
a really good flavor of ice cream.
Mr. Rocco chocolate. That's where I'm at, and I would love a scoop.
Yeah, you'd like a double
Whoa.
scoop. You'd like a double scoop of Rocco chocolate. Can we save this for Wednesday, please?
We're done.
Yes.
Alicia Allen, how are you? Danny Contreras, and I may get this, I may flub this because I'm a big flubber of names, but I'm going to try my best. Olu Warotimi Fawa
we do know that. We
Hemini.
do know Olu.
He says,
yes,
he says, what's up, Brad?
Olu
How can you stay outside America when you're a citizen? Bless up. I'm going to answer that question right now. If you're a U.S. citizen and you want to stay out of America, you say, Arrivederci, America! Adios! Hasta la vista! Stay out for 30 years. It doesn't matter. You're an American citizen. Just make sure you pay your taxes. That's all America cares about.
That's really it.
That's it. They
Wow.
don't care about anything else except get your tax.
That's not. You should never
this
look
way.
at that
Okay.
camera.
Except
Ever.
your taxes. Don't ever look at that
You're
camera.
never looking
There's
at that
no
camera.
reason to look at that
Ever.
camera.
That's a bad angle. That
You're never looking at
okay,
that
I'm gonna go back this way now. So yeah, as long as you're paying your taxes every year, they could care less. Stay out all you want, send your money, right?
That sounds. I mean,
Sounds
don't
right.
ask me right like I need to
Right.
confirm because I'm assuming that you're correct.
No, I am correct.
I
I'm
know.
saying what I'm saying is right. Like, yeah, that sounds right to me, Brad.
That sounds right to me, Brad.
Sounds right to me, too.
Yonathan, did that sound correct
It
to you?
sounds amazing.
It does
correct.
sound
Yes,
amazing
yes.
to you as well. All right. And Tamika says, I ran out of razors because I need. Let me tell you what I ran out of, Tamika. I moved this weekend. So because I moved this weekend, everything's in boxes, which is why I'm wearing this old ratty sweater and an old shirt. This is what I found. I haven't unpacked yet because I've been unpacking my kids.
Oh, you did kids first?
I did my kids first. So
That's
I've
really
been, So I've been
sweet.
unpacking my kids all weekend.
Yeah.
Their rooms are perfect.
Of
They have
course.
all their clothes.
Fantastic.
Okay. I look like a tornado hit my room. So I can't find anything. So this is
Yikes.
what I found. I can't find my
It looks
razors.
very vintage.
It is vintage. I'm wearing vintage right now. As a matter of fact, what I wanted to do, and we'll get into our schmooze in a second. What I wanted to do was throw out all my vintage stuff. I just didn't have the time to do it. So I said,
Well, good
before,
thing you did
so,
it.
So I said before I put everything away, I would throw it out.
Yeah, but you still schlepped it from one place to another?
Because I didn't have the time to do
That's
it.
fair. Okay.
So I said, I'm going to schlep it.
Right.
And then before I unpack it, I'm going to take each piece out. Do I want it?
Right.
Right.
That's the easy way
That-
to do it.
Does it bring you joy?
Right. You purge it,
Yeah.
or you keep it.
Right.
There's a purge pile and a keep pile.
Absolutely.
Actually, there's 3 piles, actually.
The yes, the no, the maybe.
No. The yes, the no, the charity. Because I do have nice clothes that are actually vintage. I did it for my kids, too.
Right.
You know, nobody wants your dirty underwear and your,
Right,
your,
right,
your,
right,
your
right,
dirty
right.
towels. But, you know, if you have, nice clothes, you just don't wear it anymore.
Right.
Well, it's such a shame to throw it away. There's people who want this. So,
Nice.
so
It's
you
true.
give it away. So we actually had 3 piles. Yes, no, charity.
Charity. Nice.
Right, which is nice clothes. We're just not going to wear them anymore.
There you go.
And the
Yeah.
charity bags, do you then bring them to our office in our room first before
If
so we
I,
can give a little
I'd be more than
sort
happy
through?
to give you. I didn't know you were collecting
Before-
charity for yourself. I'm happy to do
I
it.
stay collecting charity
I'm
for
happy
myself.
to do
Brad.
it, but that's what I was doing all weekend, which is
That's
why I haven't
fantastic.
shaved because I can't find my razor because I use an electric razor.
Oh.
I don't like the straight razor,
Oh.
so I couldn't find my electric razor anywhere.
You're just all over the place.
I'm all over the place. So if I can't find my electric razor by tomorrow, I'll go to the barber.
Man, that's really funny because even Dawn Harriet couldn't quite put her finger on it. She's like, I knew something looked different, Brad.
Yeah, what looks different is I'm wearing a 15-year-old sweater. I haven't shaved in 4 days.
Definitely never
But
seen you
other
in
than that,
brown.
everything is absolutely fine.
I've never seen you in brown.
Me neither.
I never wear brown.
The brown with the tan really threw me this morning when I saw you.
yeah. I'm wearing tan pants. I don't do that either.
Yeah, no, you don't do
'cause
tan.
If everybody knows, if you watch the show every day, I'm a blue.
Yeah, you're blue.
I
Yes.
always
You are
wear
blue.
I
Or
wear
gray.
blue and I wear white. Blue, a little gray, white. But
Yeah.
mostly blue,
Yeah.
white, maybe a little red.
You're throwing us off
handkerchief,
today, Brad.
Something like that.
That's
but
true.
That's about it. But that is it. But I never wear brown.
The world is
The
going
world
crazy.
Is not, the world is not brown to me.
No, I feel
I'm
that.
not a brown person. I look good in blue. I should take this sweater off right now. I'm so angry that I'm wearing it.
It's actually okay.
That would be hilarious if you did, but I'm gonna say we don't need to.
Yeah,
I may do it sometime during the show. This sweater may come off.
In the middle of answering a question, I think you should just take your sweater off.
As you're answering.
That would be funny.
An I-130.
Now,
would be
you
very
file your
funny.
adjustment and your I-130 all at once.
And you just rip off your clothes while you're doing it. All right, so before we go to my schmooze, Belgium Kim and Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias, why don't you tell everybody what they win for just pressing a button?
Yes.
Which is nothing.
Sure.
I was
But
gonna
they're
say.
going to win satisfaction.
You do
They're going
win something.
to win satisfaction.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You guys are going to get the prize of feeling like you contributed to the best show ever, Brad Show Live. And the way you're going to do that today, fam, is you're going to just tell us what you think. Let us know you're going to hit that like button. You see all those little buttons? Hit them all, fam bam. Hit them all at different times in the show. Make sure to leave comments and make sure that if you're sharing on Facebook, you are sharing in people's inboxes.
By the way, I just want you to know when I hear that sound of the the
balls.
The lottery,
For a second, I was looking down at my cards to see what the news was because I haven't looked at the news yet. And I hear that, and I could have sworn it sounded like our set was just falling down. I'm like, wait a second, is the set falling down or something?
You did seem distressed
Yeah,
out of the corner of my eye for a hot
I didn't know it right. And Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias for sharing on Messenger.
Yes.
Okay, for pressing the like button, the heart button, the laugh button. We want you to keep doing it.
Yes.
You want to know why we want you to keep doing it? Because when you do it, it tells Facebook that you like the show. When you make comments, just say you like the show, whatever you want to say, follow along. When you make comments, it tells Facebook and YouTube that you like the show. What does Facebook and YouTube do when they see that people like the show? They send it to more people. So that's what we want you to do. So if you can't share, at least just comment, press the like button, the laugh button. Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias, let them know how to do it on YouTube, please.
And on YouTube, you guys, all you have to do is click on that little link where it says copy, and copy the link and make sure you send it to a group. Send it to a group in your WhatsApp, send it as a text message, but we really want to focus on WhatsApp because we know that everybody's going to be looking at that. So send it to your friends, your family, anybody you think that might need to know this show or just for entertainment. So make sure you guys do that. YouTube. And also like the button. Press that like button.
That's right. And guys, remember that if you haven't subscribed and hit that little bell on YouTube, and if you're on Facebook, if you have not liked the page and set it to see first, you are not going to get your notifications.
Exactly. So don't forget, remember, we need you guys to be interactive on Facebook. Please be interactive on Facebook right now, the whole time, the whole show. Hey, Kim, what are you doing over there?
Just minor technical engineer. My engineering degree is really coming in handy.
I have to fill in the Brad squad to what was going on.
I'd really like for you to. I'd really like for you to set the record straight.
So today we sat here and we moved around all of our cameras to try to get better angles, but hopefully we did a good job. But in the process, we had to undo all of our wires and rehook them up, and this is basically what we spent all day doing. So we thought everything was fine, and we start our show, and I realized just as Yonathan and Belgium Kim were telling everybody, please press the like button, please laugh, that my computer was not hooked up to the internet. And if it wasn't hooked up to the internet, then I don't see who's calling. I can't speak to anybody who calls on the 1-800. So I realized somewhere there's a wire on the floor here, and there's 10,000 wires on the floor. So as Yonathan is telling people, yes, press the like button, press this, I'm literally on the floor and I'm laughing because I'm like, I don't see this wire anywhere that I'm supposed to be picking up.
So puzzled.
So I'm puzzled.
Puzzled.
And then Kim
You're
is
like,
I was like, that's right. And then Kim just casually stands up and goes, here it is. And I'm like, all while Yonathan was doing his thing, live, right? And we're all cool under pressure. All right, let's go to something we call schmoozing with Brad. So immigration took center stage last night at the Oscars.
Yes.
I was unable to watch it. I wanted to.
Why not?
Because I have no cable TV yet, because I just moved.
gosh.
Yeah, thanks Verizon. They're not coming until Tuesday to hook it up. That's tomorrow.
Sheesh.
Man, so
Right.
you have no internet either?
No, but what I did was I have AT&T.
Right.
So I kind of like followed along on Twitter what was happening.
Nice.
Okay.
And I am sure that if my kids were present, that they would be able to show me where I could have watched it live
Right,
on
right.
the internet.
Right.
But I don't know how to figure it out. I Googled
Aw.
live Oscars on the internet, and I was coming up with nothing. So I'm like, I needed a millennial there to tell me how to watch it. How to watch it.
ABC.com.
Yeah, how to watch it live, because every millennial knows how to get free television on a computer. I don't know how to
that's
do
what I
it.
do.
Right, I don't know how to do it.
Brad, with your login?
Yeah, so
Right.
Rami Malek, who played Freddie Mercury in
Yes.
Bohemian Rhapsody, he won for Best Actor, and he's originally from Egypt.
Yes.
Okay,
He's the
he's
first Egyptian.
First Egyptian to ever win an Academy Award, and he actually stressed the importance of immigrant stories in Hollywood, and he related his own story, immigrant story, in accepting his Best Actor nomination.
Nice.
He said, to anyone struggling with theirs and trying to discover their voice, listen. We made a film about a gay man and an immigrant who lived his life unapologetically as himself. The fact that I'm celebrating him and his story with you tonight is proof that we're longing for stories like this. I am the son of immigrants. I'm a first-generation American. Part of my story is being written right now.
Wow.
Yes. Meanwhile, Roma, which was up for 10
Yes.
nominations, including Best Foreign Language Film, Best Director, Best Cinematography, the film had been a deeply personal journey of Alfonso Cuarón, who was the director and writer, based on the character of Cleo, the housekeeper who raised him. And Roma was about a renowned chef, Jose Andres, joined actor Diego Luna to introduce Best Picture nominee. Roma said the movie reminds us of the understanding and compassion that we all owe to the invisible people in our lives, the immigrants and the women who move humanity forward.
Oh, yes.
Yes. As he presented the award for Best Foreign Language Film entirely in Spanish with English subtitles, Javier Bardem said, there are no borders or walls that can restrain ingenuity and talent. Roma went on to become the first Mexican film to win Best Foreign Film.
Wow.
Ruthie Carter.
Yeah.
Ruthie Carter.
Loved her.
I just like the name. It sounds
Right.
like, is that her real name?
Ruth E. Carter, yeah.
It just sounds like a
Ruth.
Facebook name. Ruthie Carter.
Yeah, it does.
It was the first African American to win for costume design for Black Panther. She said, thank you for honoring African royalty and the empowered way women can look and lead on screen.
That was amazing. She
Yes.
looked amazing
She
as
looked
well.
insane. Her
Yes.
dress
Yes.
was beautiful.
Woo!
Oh.
My brother Spike, I
Spike.
see him back there.
Yeah, Spike Lee won for Best Adapted Screenplay for
Finally.
Black
Yeah.
Klansman.
Finally.
I heard this. I actually wanted to see this movie. I tried
You
to
have
watch-
not?
So
no, I heard it
good.
is
You're
so
insane.
good.
I'll
I was
even
gonna when I was going to Europe last week. It was
Yeah.
on the plane.
Yeah, I watched it on a plane.
And I was gonna watch it on the plane.
Why
Yeah.
didn't you?
Because I fell asleep. I got tired.
Oh, amazing movie.
So I started like
You
the
will
first
enjoy
15
it.
minutes. I'm like, I'm so tired. If I watch this, I'm gonna be
Oh
dead
no,
for the
you
next
have
day.
you have to make sure you're up to
Yeah.
watch it and
Right.
it's good.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I like his movies, Spike Lee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but I had a personal run-in with this guy.
Huh.
He wasn't nice to me.
You had
Really?
a personal
A
Spike
personal
Lee?
run-in.
What happened?
Yeah. I was online at a football game.
Yeah.
It's called the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're walking in, and he's walking in with me, and we snake in and out, and he's literally next to me as we're walking.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm a big fan. I said, hey, Spike, I'm a big fan. How are you? He just looks at me and just kept walking. I said, wow. That's how he treats a big fan.
Wow.
Yeah, he snubbed me.
But
He snubbed
we
me.
always have to
we
think
always
about
have-
maybe he had a bad day.
Or maybe he had a, right. So
Yeah.
I think the worst.
Right.
Right.
Okay, I think the worst. He's a jerk. I don't know, maybe he didn't even hear me for all I know.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Maybe he wasn't paying attention. I
Right.
have no idea. But in my head, I'm saying, what a
Of
jerk.
course, of
I have
course.
no idea. He could be the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, I had that 5-second.
You didn't scream out after him and be like, don't you know who I am?
No, I
I'm
didn't.
Brad Bernstein.
No, I didn't.
Brad, we gotta work on that.
Spike Lee, who I believed for a moment was a jerk,
Snubbed
but maybe,
you.
who snubbed me, but maybe he's the nicest guy in the world. I have no idea. He says, I give praise to our ancestors who have built this country into what it is today. along with the genocide of the native people. The 2020 presidential election is around the corner. Let's all mobilize. Let's all be on the right side of history. Make the moral choice between love versus hate. Now, Donald Trump, who claims he doesn't watch any of this stuff,
Of course.
okay, was quick to retweet.
Of course.
Okay?
Of course he
Well, not
was.
retweet, to actually tweet.
Tweet at him.
Okay,
right.
so obviously Donald Trump, President of the United States, is live tweeting the Oscars.
Obviously.
Okay? All right, this is what he's doing.
As he does.
As he usually does. He was live tweeting the Oscars. He was commenting as we went along.
What else could the president of the United States possibly have to do?
He said,
Right.
be nice if Spike Lee could read his notes, or better yet, not have to use notes at all when doing his racist hit on your president who has done more for African Americans than any other president. What has he done for African Americans, Yonathan? You're
have
an
no
African
idea.
American. I'd like to know what did he do for you? Anything?
Nothing personal that I got.
Right. He didn't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
That's exactly what he did for
Even
me.
Julian, the TriCaster guy, who's not African American, says, right?
Right.
Everybody.
Talk about more than
No,
any
that
other
is
president.
that's a
What is
hard
it?
no.
Everybody knows that. It's not even. What has he done?
It's fake
what he
news.
claims. Criminal justice reform, which was going to happen no matter what, because it was
Absolutely.
it was a bipartisan thing. Lowest unemployment numbers in history.
I don't.
What does that mean to anybody? And tax cuts to rich people who happen to be black. I don't know. I mean,
Right.
what is that?
Also-
what is that? You know.
Lowest employment numbers.
Who got a tax cut? Who?
Right, the ultra rich, like the
Right.
billionaires.
Like the billionaires, right?
So-
Like Kanye.
There's not that many
I mean,
black billionaires in this
what
country,
did he do? He gave
unfortunately.
Kanye a tax cut. Now we're all
Right.
happy for him?
And the
So
lowest
annoying.
unemployment rate in history, Barack Obama
That's
had
what I was
set
about to
us on
say.
that course for
Right.
8 years.
Yeah, he's about the
so-
biggest racist I've ever seen
Can't
as a
even.
president of the United States of America. He's a
Unbelievable.
total embarrassment, and I can't stand the guy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, very strange, the set. Did you notice the set?
I did
when you
see
watched?
the set.
Did you notice what the set looks like? Let's take
What
a look
did it
at what
look
that
like?
set looks like. We have a picture of what the backdrop of the Oscars look like?
I believe so.
Maybe not. But apparently, okay, it's coming at some point.
Yeah.
But apparently that people thought that the set looked
Yeah.
like Donald Trump's hair. They
Oh
called
my
it
God.
the
can't.
2019 Oscar stage was Donald Trump's hair. One of the users said maybe it's a tribute to President Trump.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
The set was created by a Broadway production designer who also designed your favorite show of all time,
My favorite.
Hamilton. Isn't that your favorite
that
show
is
of all
one
time?
of my favorite
Oh, yeah, you
shows
do
of all
like it.
time.
It
Yes,
was
I do.
supposed to represent inclusion and humanity, but apparently what most people got out of it was Donald Trump's hair.
That looks a
have
lot
no
better.
idea.
That's giving Donald Trump's hair a compliment.
I was just about to say that looks full and luscious to be
Right,
Donald Trump's
right.
hair.
Now, several people also pointed out how the Oscar statues in the background were made of red roses, look like Melania Trump's Christmas trees.
That's actually not wrong.
Now, if you remember, the First Lady caught flack over the holiday season for one of the most morbid Christmas trees
Oh, yeah.
ever presented of all time.
I agreed. They did. I had to get a close up of the statues to see that they were roses. It did look creepy. See, like they don't
Right.
look like roses.
Meanwhile, R. Kelly.
Piper.
He's been arrested. He is still sitting in jail. There's a $1 million bond he has to pay. He does
he
not
can't
have the
pay it.
money to pay it.
I knew he was broke.
How does he not have the money to pay it?
No, because I knew some producers that were working with him, and they were like, "No, he's like broke."
How is he broke?
I mean, when you lose out on all kinds of endorsements, nobody else is, trying to pay. That's how these people are getting their money. You're not really getting money off of royalties like that.
Right.
You get money off of performances and people endorsing you, or different organizations or companies endorsing you.
Advertisements that you're like,
Exactly.
you're
Nobody
like,
wants
you're
him
like,
to
you're like,
advertise.
you're like, hi, I'm R. Kelly.
There you
Drink
go.
milk.
There you
You
go.
know, but he's not getting, he's not getting that, right?
He's not.
Hi, I'm an accused pedophile.
Right.
Have some Gatorade.
There you
You know,
go.
I mean, nobody wants that, I guess, right?
So that's why. But I did know that he was struggling in the financial
Yeah.
department.
I also think it's very expensive to enslave that many women for that long.
Right.
Like
That part.
that takes some upkeep.
I don't know how many women did he enslave and for how long?
Oh, he has dozens of. I mean, there are dozens of accusers,
Dozens
and
of
there are
accusers.
dozens of accusers. Yeah, all of these women have lived with him and have been assaulted with him at some point, and they were held hostage by him. is what they claim.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, R. Kelly's attorney, his name is Greenberg, Steve Greenberg. And he's out of Chicago.
Right.
He said that all of these women, and I'm quoting, I believe all the women are lying. That's what Greenberg says. That's their defense is that 12 women are lying. Because there are 12 accusers going up against him right now. Now, Michael Avenatti, yes? Michael Avenatti, who is an attorney for one of the accusers, he always seems to get himself into
the center
of these things.
Yeah.
All right. He himself is no angel.
Right.
Okay. He turned over a 55-minute video which shows R. Kelly having sex with a 14-year-old girl.
Oh, my God.
We did just get note from our wonderful Brad Squatters who always keep us up to date. R. Kelly posted bail about half hour ago. He will be released imminently.
Where did he get the $1 million from, Brad Squatters?
He just needed 100,000 because you only
he
need
had
10%.
to go to the bail bondsman.
Right,
He went to the bail bondsman.
Right,
after
you just
that.
have to do the 10%.
Right, so he found $100,000 somewhere. All right, we'll see what happens.
Our people have a lot of feelings about this. Carol Anderson, the Tiger, said he made a big mess of his life. Yes, he did. He would have been okay for the... Ooh, Jody Ann says he's hiding away his money because they know he's coming for him.
Now, we had the young lady from Black Woman's Blueprint on.
Yeah,
and who from this, this all started from that docuseries of which Black Women's Blueprint was there on set to help women go through this process and support them. If you remember, none of these women were paid a penny to come forward.
Right.
None of them. Meanwhile, you heard about Robert Kraft. He is the owner of the Super Bowl winning New England Patriots. He's worth about $6.6 billion.
Wow.
Right.
Apparently, he was a little stressed out before the AFC Championship game, and he had his driver in his Bentley drive him from his swanky Palm Beach digs to Jupiter, Florida. I think that's at least a 30, 45-minute drive. If somebody can confirm that, who's down in Florida, but probably at least a 30, 45-minute drive from Palm Beach to Jupiter, Florida, to go to a strip mall where there was an Asian massage parlor where he paid 2 Asian women $100 for some sort of sexual act.
Right.
It was videotaped by the police, and he was arrested today. The police claim that he was face down having a massage, and then the lights went out, and then 3 minutes later the lights went back up, and he got up, and the women gave him a hug, and he handed $100 each to them. Now, what happened in those 3 minutes when the lights went out? Now, the cops put this. This is going to end up on what's the on YouPorn or Pornhub. Pornhub. This is going to end up on Pornhub. I know this. Robert Kraft getting some sort of sexual gratification from a. I know it's going to end up on some sort, right?
God,
right? It's
just. Well, you're a billionaire, man. Like,
you're a billionaire. You can't call someone to your house.
Right.
I mean,
now the issue is this.
It's a happy ending.
Okay, it was a happy ending.
They do that all the time over here.
Yonathan says it's a happy ending. They do it all the time.
Right. Yeah.
Now, Yonathan, the issue is this.
What?
Okay, which I don't know if Mr. Kraft knew this or not, but apparently the allegations are that the women who are in this massage parlor were tricked from coming from China to Florida, that they didn't know that they were coming to work in an illicit massage parlor. They didn't know this was going to happen. They had their passports taken from them, and they were almost forced. I don't know to what level they were forced, but what the news reports are saying is that they were forced to be there against their will to do these things.
Wow.
What do you say about that now? And what do you think? Would anybody know this if they were going there, that they were being forced against their will to be there?
No, you wouldn't know that.
You wouldn't know that.
No, you wouldn't know that they're being forced, because I mean, I can't say whether they were or weren't, because I don't know the story. I don't know what they came out here for, or who brought them out here, and like how they were staying. But if a person is going, like, I've gone to massage places out here and they offered me a happy ending and I said, no, I don't want it. Give me my massage, So
Right.
like they offer it to you.
Well, maybe they offer it to you because they're forced to.
Yeah, but that's not his fault. How is he supposed to know?
But isn't he by going? I'm just playing devil's advocate
Yeah.
now. By
But
going,
I've gone to a massage place and I didn't know.
You said I don't want it.
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't know that
I don't want
they did
Right.
it there.
Would you go back?
No.
See, I feel like that matters. Is like how often did he go?
Well, yeah.
Now-
if
now-
you go back, that means you won it.
You know.
He
you
went.
know,
They
exactly.
have him on tape twice there.
That's what I'm
And there
saying.
it is,
Right,
like,
that's
and
what I'm saying.
They have
You
him
know-
on tape there, and they had the videotape in the massage parlor, secretly recording people.
See, but I guess it's a form of prostitution, you know.
Absolutely,
it
right.
is. So, like, of course, legally, it would be, you know, he should get charged for that, but not for them being, you know, forced to.
But if they're
wank you
but if
off,
they're
like,
but if
'cause
they're
he's not
but if
forcing
they're
them.
men not going there, then if the men aren't going there, then there's no need for these people
Exact-
to be trafficked in sex. That's really
Right.
it. So the whole idea is that if you punish the people who are using it and reduce the demand, then the sex traffickers will stop.
Or
That's the-
punish the establishment.
Right.
Like,
I mean, they're punishing billionaires. There was a former head of Citibank got arrested,
So
and
I-
a former professional golfer got arrested.
I know someone a girl who used to work at one of these.
You did.
Yeah, actually, no, two girls.
Okay.
Who used to work, and they're gorgeous, gorgeous
Okay.
girls. They're actually American.
They were not forced to go there.
Hell no, they were making bank.
Right.
They were making good, and of course it was illegal. And there was a point in time where they had to not work there for a bit because I
Didn't want
guess
to
it
get
got a little
arrested.
hot.
Right.
You know, but like they reopened, and you know, I mean, this is how people make it's just like strippers. This is how people make their money.
Yeah, I will say I do feel like there needs to be a very clear line drawn in this case between prostitution and sex trafficking. Because
Right.
I find I have one set of views on prostitution, I have a whole other completely set of views on sex trafficking. And so if these women are sex trafficked, he didn't know about it, so I don't feel like if he didn't know about it, I don't feel like we should call him a sex trafficker of any kind.
And that's all I've been seeing.
But
on,
he's
like, the headlines.
definitely part of the problem.
Well,
So many men
you
do
know
it.
what?
Like, so
You know what? I think it's actually a huge problem. It's the oldest problem known to mankind.
Absolutely.
I don't think they were solving it by personally arresting these men.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think they're trying to say, hey, I can arrest a billionaire and a former professional golfer. It could be anybody.
Yes.
And maybe
Right.
they want to put the stop to the demand for it, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Kraft's spokesperson says he categorically denies that Mr. Kraft engaged in any illegal activity.
Obviously.
We will not be commenting any further. The NFL said they are aware of the ongoing law enforcement matter, and apparently it says here on the card that many of the women were from China and they lived in the spa. They were never left the spa, and they were forced to live there, work there, and never leave.
Yeah.
That's the allegation.
See, so like I hope the establishment is getting some kind of
Yes.
repercussions because they're the ones who are sex trafficking if that's the truth.
Right.
Meanwhile, a former campaign staffer in 2016 of Donald Trump claims that he forcibly tried to kiss her and fondle her. Former Trump campaign staffer claims in a lawsuit that the then presidential candidate Donald Trump in 2016 tried to make some moves on her.
Oh my.
Alva Johnson says the Republican candidate grabbed her hand and tried to kiss her on the lips during a rally in Tampa, Florida, August 24, 2016, but Johnson turned her head and Trump wound up kissing the side of her mouth. She said the encounter was super creepy and inappropriate.
And disgusting.
And disgusting. Probably the only thing more super creepy and inappropriate is if you actually agreed to be kissed by Donald Trump.
Absolutely.
Right.
I think that would be more
That-
super creepy
Absolutely.
and inappropriate. So she started a lawsuit. All I keep thinking is poor Melania. She really, you know.
No, not poor
Not
Melania.
poor
She knew
Melania.
exactly
She-
what
I
life she was
knew.
getting
Well,
when she
she
got
sold
with them.
herself for the money.
I was going to say, you think that the first time that Donald Trump met Melania, he didn't kiss her right on the mouth before ever asking, before
Do you
ever...
think he grabbed her by the?
I'm certain.
I don't want to say the word.
Please don't. I would really love it if you didn't.
But do you think he went and grabbed her right there?
I think he probably did some sort of a salty type move.
You think so?
Absolutely. I would be unsurprised.
Now, Jesse
Pure
Smollett, Jonathan, who you claim is guilty.
I still believe he is.
Jesse, you claim is guilty in the last show.
I still
Now he
believe
claims he has evidence that says would draw some questions to the story the cops are claiming on him. Jussie Smollett's case is not getting any less messy, it's getting more confusing.
Yes.
The $3,500 check that Smollett allegedly used to pay the brothers, the two Nigerian brothers, to stage the hate crime against him in January, includes a memo line that reads, 5-week nutrition workout program.
Yes.
Don't go. Sources close to Smollett, who has maintained his innocence, say the Empire actor did not pay the brothers to attack him, but instead to lose weight for a music video.
Okay.
ABC News obtained a copy of the check that shows the memo line, as well as text messages between Smollett and one of the brothers regarding nutrition and exercise that seems to support this narrative. So it is possible that the brothers are making the story up to cover their own dirty deeds. At least that's what
No, but the brothers.
Jussie Smollett is saying.
No, the brothers said that the check wasn't for the attack.
What was it for?
They said it was for the for working out because he wanted to get ready for that music video. But my thing is, like we all said, it would have been dumb for him to pay them with a personal check for an illegal act. So I think that's just he basically put together a story before he even did it, just in case they did get caught, I think. And that's why they have these evidence to support his case, because he was like, hey, just in case I do get caught, I have to find out what I can do to save my ass. I still think that he did it.
All right, before we get to our calls, I want to ask the Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah.
Yes, you gotta do a yes or no.
Yes or no? Is Jussie Smollett guilty?
Give us the real.
Outlook's not so good for him, he says. That's what it says.
Guilty or not, Outlook isn't good.
And finally, Magic 8 Ball, because the Magic 8 Ball is always correct.
Absolutely.
This is how we do all our immigration work here at Spar Bernstein. Magic 8 Ball, does the Oscar stage really, was it meant to be Donald Trump's hair? It is decidedly so.
Absolutely.
There it is. Jussie Smollett's guilty. And
that was Donald Trump's hair.
And
A tribute to
Magic 8 Ball says it was Donald Trump's hair. All right. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, Yonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias, and Belgium Kim, while I do some stretching exercises over here to try to get in shape for my music video.
Don't go.
Don't go. That is the name of my...
Whoa.
I'm telling you, I'm saying the scenery's going to fall like that. All right, yes, I will be doing about a video once we get to 1,000 shares in one show.
Oh.
Feature me answering immigration questions.
While twerking?
While twerking.
Perfect.
All right, while I'm stretching for my music video, can you please let everybody know what their jobs are while we answer their immigration questions in about 30 seconds.
Absolutely. Everybody, we do still want you guys to share. We obviously love that you guys share to your friends, share to their pages as well. But if you are going to share on Facebook, don't forget to share in an inbox. But most importantly, we need you to like, love, laugh, wow, sad face, angry face, whatever emotion that you want, like that button and make sure you show us what you're feeling about what we're talking about, anything that's happening on the show. And please, interactions. We love that you guys talk to each other, talk to us, ask us questions, comment on whatever we have to say. If you agree with us or disagree with us, it's all on you, and this is your platform to speak your mind. And what are we going to do on YouTube?
On YouTube, Fam Bam, you are going to be doing the exact same thing in those comments. You're going to be telling us how you feel and what you're thinking about what we're talking about and about the callers and their problems. And you're going to make sure to copy that link and share it to all of your friends and family in your WhatsApp, in your texts, over all forms of inboxes and SMSs and emails that you use. And of course, you're going to subscribe and you're going to hit that little bell so you get a notification every single time we go live. Brad, are you stretched out?
I am. And I was reading some comments before we go to answering immigration questions. Marge Higgs was commenting about Robert Kraft. She said he could afford and pay to go to a decent spa. She's more concerned that he didn't go to a nice enough spa to get off before
I think he knew what he was going to
get. Marge says, you know what? If Robert Kraft was a billionaire, he should have spent at least a couple $100 going to the spa to get his sex, not just $100.
Right.
That's her concern.
Fair.
Lisa Blake Rose also has a concern about Robert Kraft. She says, really, what was he going to do? If he really got good sex and spent more than $100, he was going to need some CPR. So, I mean, so Lisa Blink-Rose says he was better off getting the $100 sex so he could stay alive. The man's 77 years
Absolutely.
old. Okay. And I'm just commenting on what I'm reading here. And most of the Brad squad doesn't know what to think of the whole Jussie Smollett thing. A lot
Because
of them,
it's so confusing.
very confusing.
So
Very
confusing.
confusing story. But with that said, we got to get to something that we like to call here. Call with me with your immigration questions. Because I'm going to give you an answer right now. I can't talk today. Why is that?
That's gonna be problematic.
It could be problematic, but I'll be able to talk when I answer immigration questions because I'm that type of guy. Shanice in Stamford, Connecticut. Shanice.
Hello.
Hi, Shanice.
Hi.
How you
I've
doing?
been living in the U.S. I'm okay, thank you. How are you doing?
Good, good. Now you can ask your question. We got through the pleasantries.
Okay. I've been living in the U.S. for the past 6 months.
Right.
I'm married to a U.S. citizen. What forms do I file?
Okay, the I-45. You came here on a visa, right, Shanice?
Yes.
Okay, the I-45, the I-130, the I-130A, the I-765, which is your work permit, the
Okay.
I-131, which is for your travel document, the I-864, which is your affidavit of support.
So what's the 130A about?
You.
Okay, and the I-45?
That's about scheduling an interview for you in Connecticut.
Okay, thank you. What's the cost?
$1,760 is the check that you're going to make out, or money order you're going to make out to Department of Homeland Security.
Okay, thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. And by the way, we have an office in Hartford if you need help, so hold on one second, okay?
Okay.
All right. Whoop. Let's see if this worked now. There we go. Beatrice in Sylacauga, Alabama. Did I pronounce that right? Sylacauga, Alabama? Yep. Beatrice, what's going on?
Hi.
Hi.
I had called you once before about at the time he was my fiance, and he was on his way to Alabama, and the Border Patrol took him off the bus and held him in a detention center for 3 months. So he's out on bond,
where
and
is
you
he
told
from?
me to call you when we got married.
Okay.
So now we're married. So where do we
Wonderful.
go from here?
You're going to schedule a consultation with me on the phone. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do to help him. So hold on one second, okay? Let's go to Jose in San Pedro, Honduras. Jose. Jose.
Hello, Brad.
How are
doing?
you, Jose? What's
Yes, good. How you
happening?
doing?
What's happening in Honduras?
Oh man, everything's crazy out here. Everybody's
crazy.
leaving the country.
Yeah, that's what we see in the news.
Yeah.
All right, so what can I do to help you?
Correct. Hey, listen. I was calling because I was removed from the United States in 2013.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
In 2000, for having a possession of firearm,
Okay.
for felony. Okay. I was for 3 years in immigration custody in immigration. Okay. Because my mother became a naturalized U.S. citizen before my 18th birthday. Okay.
How old are you?
And I was 17 at that time.
How old are you now?
I was 17.
How old are you now?
I'm 36 now.
Okay, so
36.
what year were you born? Because I'm not good at math.
I was born in 1982.
1980?
1982.
December 15th, 1982?
Correct.
Okay. So you were
So,
you turned 18 December 15th, 2000.
No, September 15. September 15, 2000.
December, like
15.
Christmas, or September?
September.
Oh, September. Oh, so you missed the change in law by about 10 days. Was your mom married to your dad?
Correct.
Right, yeah, the law changed.
No, she wasn't.
The law changed in October of 2000.
Correct.
Was your mom married to your dad?
No, she was not. I was born out of wedlock.
Then you're a citizen of the United States anyway. And they deported
I'm
a
supposed
citizen.
to be, exactly.
Yes, you are a citizen.
Exactly, Brad. Listen to me. I've been arguing that for
Okay,
for
well,
past
all
10
right.
years,
You don't.
okay?
You're arguing it to the wrong people. Let me tell you why you're a citizen of the United States and why they deported a citizen of the United States. And I've helped people who have been deported, who were in fact citizens of the United States. You're not the first person that this happened to. Okay. What the law says
Yes.
is that if you live with your mother in her custody, and she was never married to your father, and she was a U.S.
Correct.
citizen, and you don't, and you had a green card before you were 18 years old, that makes you an automatic U.S.
Correct.
citizen.
Correct. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So
They were arguing. The government argument was that I did not qualify to my mother because according to Honduran law, since I was recognized by my father, Honduran law makes me a legitimate child, and therefore I did not qualify to my mother. I would have to have both parents become a naturalized citizen before my 18th birthday in order for me to derive citizenship.
well, I would need to see. I don't know what the Honduran law is, but I think we can help you. So hold on one second, okay? Just because,
Sure.
okay, like in Jamaica, for example, because I'm familiar with Jamaican law because we have a lot of Jamaican clients. Okay, there's a Jamaican Legitimation Act. Just because there's a Legitimation Act, okay, doesn't mean that it has to be that legitimation through some sort of marriage or something. So hold on one second, okay? Hold on one second, all right? Hold on. We can help you.
Brad,
I'm familiar with the law.
Not only that, Brad, listen.
What?
Brad, real quick. Okay, the man who recognized me as my father was not my biological father.
Let me tell you what you're going to do. Let me tell you what you're going to do. Okay, we're going to make this very, very simple. We're going to have a consultation. You're going to send me all your documentation.
Okay.
I'm going to look up after the consultation what the Honduran law is. I don't think it really matters, but I'm going to look it up anyway. And then we're going to call the U.S. Embassy in Honduras. We're going to march you in, and we're going to tell the U.S. Embassy they deported an American citizen. If in fact you are, they're going to hand you a U.S. passport. You're going to be back here in a month. Hold on one second. If in fact you could have gone, I'm telling you what's going to happen because we know the law, you don't. So you're arguing again. Hang in there, okay? Hold on one second. I'm sure he went to the U.S. Embassy.
Right. Could you sue for something like that?
Absolutely. If it turns out that,
Ooh.
yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
All right. So let's
Get that
go.
money.
Let's go to Abdul in Boston. Abdul,
Yes, sir. How you doing today?
how are you?
Good, man. Hey, I came to this country as asylum, and then all my asylum case was pending. I get married, a woman who's a U.S. citizen, and then my lawyer stopped the asylum case, and then she filed married I-130 or I-131. I don't know what was the form. And then after 1 year and a half, I became a permanent resident. So after that, we canceled the asylum case, and my green card was at 10 years. And then I get 2 child with my ex-wife, and then we get divorced later on 2 years. So my green card was 10 years. Should I need to be adjusted? I don't know what to do, or should I have to wait 5 years?
How long have you had your green card now? Since when?
Oh, now I have since 2015.
When in 2015?
August.
August. All right. So in June of 2020, you're going to file for your citizenship. Until then, you're a permanent resident. Don't worry about it.
In June 2020.
Correct. 5 years. 90 days before the 5 year mark.
Without adjusting, because my green card.
There's no adjustment. You have a 10-year green card. You're done. The only thing you need to do is become a citizen. All right?
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys doing a great job.
Thank you. Let's go to John in Brooklyn. John.
Hello.
Hi, John. How are you?
I'm good. I've applied for a stage, right?
You applied for what?
SIJ.
Okay.
Stage.
Mm-hmm.
But I was waiting on my interview. I recently got a notice of denial.
Right. Are you between 18 and 21?
Huh?
You're between 18 and 21?
Yeah, at the time when I applied for it. But I got my work permit, but I'm just asking if it's still valid.
The work permit is not valid once you're denied, although between me and you, nobody would know that. But it's not valid legally. Okay?
My attorney recently appealed it, though.
Absolutely, you should appeal it. Everybody should be appealing it. It's a regulation change by Trump, and it shouldn't have happened.
Oh, okay.
All right, hang in there.
Yeah.
All right. What's wrong with this thing? All right, let's go to Nicholas in Queens. Nicholas.
Hello.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I do.
Yes. Good evening, sir. I really need your help.
Okay.
All right. If my wife is on workers' comp, will the USCIS request for affidavit of support?
Yes.
So what if she works 10,000 for the year before she got damage on the job?
If she's making
Does that make any difference?
No. If depends what her workers' compensation is. It's not need-based. It's based on a disability or an injury. If her workers' compensation is above the 125% of the poverty level, you don't need an affidavit of support. If it's below, then you do.
Oh, okay. I have another one. So if my co-sponsor, right, doesn't get a job, his job doesn't provide job letters, does his pay stub efficient?
Pay stubs would be fine.
Okay, the last one, and then the last one. So if my co-sponsor files have a jointly account and they do make enough income, does his wife need to sign the I-86A?
If you can't tell the difference between what her income on the tax return and his is, then yes. So, for example, if they have a joint tax return and it shows $60,000 and you don't know whose income is whose, you need both to sign.
Okay. So what if she doesn't want to sign?
Then you have a problem.
All right. So if the co-sponsor, all right. So this is the last one, and then that's it. So
this is the last of the last of the last. This is the fourth time I've heard this is the last one, by the way.
So the co-sponsor currently income is above the poverty guideline, right? And the past income weren't enough. Does all 3 years have to be above?
I don't even understand your question.
Okay, so does all 3 years of the co-sponsor income have to be above the poverty deadline? If the last 2 isn't enough, will the current one work?
The last 2 was not enough. The current one, it's totality of circumstances. It doesn't really help you that your co-sponsor for 2 out of the last 3 years is below the threshold. It's not a successful case to me, but certainly you can try it.
Oh, so all 3 should be perfect?
Yeah, I would think so. You want a perfect case, that's how it should be.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for your patience.
My pleasure. All right, let's go to Uzami in Brooklyn. My friend, Umazi, excuse me.
Umazi.
Hi, thank you. Hi, Brad.
Yes.
My name is Umazi, and I've been in the U.S. for 6.5 years. I came here as a student, and now I'm changing. I filed for adjustment of status, the I-45, and other relative forms. Now, my question is, my work permit expired, but I was able to renew it. However, I was denied my. I have to travel for work, but they denied my the parole.
Why they deny your parole? Why they deny your parole?
And then the answer was that my file is. This is what they said. They told me that it's because my file is in no, it's not in a local office anymore. So I couldn't even apply for an InfoPass appointment.
Maybe you got denied.
What?
Sounds like you got denied to me.
Denied for the adjustment of parole?
It sounds like you got denied for your adjustment of status for a green card, because other than if you filed a proper adjustment application, you would have gotten advance parole.
All right. So
hold on, you're in
would it
Brooklyn.
be that my lawyer?
I would suggest to get a good lawyer. Hold on one second. You're talking to one, luckily. All right, let's go to Mamta in Long Island. Mamta.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
My question is for my brother. He is in Canada. He's an international Christian. He's in Canada, and
he's an international Christian? What's an international Christian?
It's like he's in Canada right now.
Is he a missionary?
No.
What is an international Christian? Or maybe I misunderstood what you said.
Okay, I'll explain. He's in Canada. He came in Canada on a visitor visa, and the problem is his girlfriend is in U.S. and she is a U.S. citizen. They both want to get married, but we don't know how. Is it possible he can come here? But he filed a refugee case over there in Canada.
He's already filed a case in Canada. Where's he from?
Sorry?
Where is he from?
He's from India.
Okay. You need a visa to come to the United States from India. So just because you're in Canada, Canada is not the 51st state of the United States. It's a separate country. So just because you're in Canada doesn't mean you can come to the United States. You're in Canada as a visitor. What can happen is the girlfriend can go to Canada, marry him, come back and file for him, or the girl can file a fiancé visa now for him, but it'll take about 9 to 10 months to get him here.
So if she go there and file, get an engagement and come back and file a K1 visa, so he will get a visa?
He will get a visa to come, but he would not get it in Canada. He would have to go back to India to get it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay, that's my question.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's go to Mo in Fort Worth, Texas. Mo.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, good evening. How are you, Brett?
Fabulous. What's going on?
I have one question. Okay. My N400 has been rejected because of the payment didn't go through because I filed the G1450, but something that the credit card didn't accept it. So the question is, can I still bring some changes on my N400 since
Yes.
it's been rejected?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Make the right
Thank you so
changes. No problem. Let's go to Rachel in Madison Heights, Michigan. Rachel,
Hi, good evening.
what's going on?
So my question is, as a permanent resident, I filed for my husband that I married for I-130. How long does it take?
To get him a green card? About 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. When he gets it, does he get a green card?
He gets a green card, correct.
He gets a green card. Okay.
He gets a 10-year. It's no 2-year, and he got to go remove the conditions. It's a 10-year, and he's done.
He gets a 10 years.
Right.
Yeah, because I got mine through Bauer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, then another question. As a green card holder, can I bring my adopted children that are 14 years old here?
As long as you lived with them for 2 years prior or after the adoption in your home country, yes. And
Yeah, I used to live with them.
That's fine.
Before I came here.
Then the answer is yes, you can. You can follow. They can follow to join you. You just have to prove you lived together for 2 years. We can help you. Hold on 1 second,
Yeah.
okay? We can do it.
Yeah, but
what?
I'm in Michigan.
And I'm in New York. Yeah, do you know what you just did to speak to me? You called on the phone. We can do the same thing privately, and I'll help you.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, hold on 1
Okay.
second. All right, hold on.
Okay.
Let's go to Junior in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Junior.
Hi. Hi, Brad. What's up?
What's up?
I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
I filed I-130 petition for myself, for my wife,
Mm-hmm.
and there was an error. I made a mistake with the year that she was born,
Right.
and they sent back the rejective notice saying I should correct it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering, could I just correct that paper and send it back? Would it be a problem, or you think I should do over back everything and send it over fresh?
Just correct what they're asking you to correct and send it back.
Okay.
All right? Because it
Thank
already
you.
has a stamp on it and everything, all right?
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Omar in Miami. Omar.
Yeah.
What's
Good
up?
evening, Brad.
How are you?
I'm good. Brad, my question is, I come here with your K1, but we never get married, which is a petitioner. Because before I get here, she get a rich boyfriend, and when I get here, she don't want me anymore. But thanks to God, I have my parents who was here before, and my stepdaddy, he filed a I-130 that was approved. But when I adjust my status through him, he already passed away, and they deny the green card.
Right. So you need
But after that,
your stepdad passed away, so you need a family member to step in to his shoes, do your humanitarian waiver. Then you need to do a provisional waiver, go home and come back, and you'll get a green card.
But after that, I married to another U.S. citizen.
That's fine, but you still can't adjust your status here because you came on a K1. So whatever you do,
Okay.
you need to do a provisional waiver to go home and come back.
Okay, but the thing is, like I try to apply for a VAWA because we married. She has HIV, and I never know that.
Oh gosh.
Until last year.
Right.
She was hiding, and after that, when I find it, she was threatening me. She's gonna call the immigration about everything.
Mhm.
That's why I'm thinking if I can qualify for a VAWA or not.
It could be physical abuse if you actually got HIV, and certainly could be extreme emotional abuse for thinking that you may have it or you don't, or that she was doing it to you and you didn't realize. So yeah, there's something there obviously. And hold on 1 second, and we see if we can help you. Hold on.
Okay.
All right. Let's go to Jake in Draper, Utah. Jake.
Hey, Brad, I have a question. Do arrests matter, or do convictions matter when you're filing for your citizenship?
Both, because arrests point towards good moral character, and convictions mean that you could be deportable, and that would bar you from becoming a citizen and get you deported. So they both matter. Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened, and then I'll tell you how it matters in this particular case.
The first one is basically just a DUI.
Okay, when was that?
2012.
Okay, and are we talking about you or somebody else, or who are we talking about?
It's about my friend.
Your friend. Okay.
Yes.
And do you know when did your friend get his green card?
2015, 16.
All right, so your friend got his green card after the DUI.
Yes.
Okay, and what about the second case?
Second case, he was caught stealing.
And what?
It was under $30. It was before getting his green card.
Okay, and when he got his green card, immigration asked him about both of these cases, and he brought in all the records pertaining to both cases.
Yeah, he got an RFE, and then he got an RFE, and then he submitted both the documents, and they approved his green card.
Okay, so they were aware of both of these cases. Neither of them sound inadmissible on their face. As long as it happened before the green card, and he's married, and he had a green card for 3 years, and he has good moral character between 2015 and now, when he's applying for his citizenship, that's all that matters. They're not going to go back and look at what happened prior to him getting his green card. They're going to look at they're going to look at the good moral character from the time he got his green card to the present. Immigration knows that he had these prior arrests. They approved him anyway. This will be fine, and he'll become a citizen.
So they're not supposed to, or they can if they want to.
On the application, they will ask, have you ever been arrested? And whoever this is will answer, yes, I was arrested for the DUI, and I was arrested for the theft, and here's all the documentation again. And you're being 100% honest, and they have to make you a citizen because in the last 3 to 4 years, you're in a bona fide marriage, presumably, and you're able to prove that, and you're a person of good moral character. Case closed. If, on the other hand, you answer, no, I've never been arrested, now you're lying, now that goes to bad moral character today. You don't want to do that.
Gotcha. Okay, very cool. So it's not just like, so anyone can just literally arrest anyone, and now you're like dealing with, bull. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, any police officer could arrest you for any reason. You could ask any Yonathan, right? Is that true? I'm sure you have plenty of friends.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is America, especially if you're dark-skinned. Yep. You get arrested for just walking down the street.
Absolutely.
Okay, and the only time, and when you're on the street or you're in a car, cops violate your basic civil rights all day long. All day long. The only time that you get a fair shake, hopefully, is when you're in a court of law.
That is correct. So both the cases were dismissed. I mean, so my question was, both the cases for him was this. So literally, like anyone can literally arrest anyone, and now,
yes,
you got to deal with good moral character.
Correct.
Issue.
Correct.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Nobody said.
Okay.
Nobody said
how's that fair?
It's not. Nobody said America was fair. I don't know. Did we ever say America was fair?
We did not.
No. I wish it was, but it's not.
Okay. So they don't look at if the case was dismissed or not.
They do look at the case was dismissed, but they look at in other words, if you get arrested 10 times for DUI, and each time you got arrested for DUI, the case was dismissed on a technicality, they're going to say, this guy keeps getting arrested 10 times for DUI. I'm sure it's one of these times he was drunk. He doesn't have good moral character. Okay? In this particular case, I keep saying yours, it's claiming it's your friend, whatever it is, it really doesn't matter. In your friend's case, it all happened before he got his green card. So it has no bearing on citizenship other than you have to tell the truth on the question, have you ever been arrested?
Gotcha. Okay, and that's one of the laws for immigration, that they can't go 3 years and beyond?
They can only go beyond 3 years if there is a nexus. Nexus means a connection between something you've done in these 3 years and something you've done in the past. If there is no nexus or connection between something you've done in these 3 years and something in the past, then no. So as an example, let's assume in 2009 or 2010, whenever the claim was that you got arrested for DUI, that you actually were found guilty of DUI. Okay, and then you get your green card anyway because you do a waiver or it was not an inadmissible offense. And now in 2018 you get arrested for DUI again, but the case is dismissed. They would deny you for bad moral character because they would say, you haven't learned your lesson, you keep getting arrested for DUI. But in this particular case, you said you've had a clean record since 2015, you're fine.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well, yeah, that was it. It's just mind-boggling that anyone can arrest anyone.
Yeah, let's change the laws. Let's make it a little harder. I mean, you're right.
Yeah. Okay.
Police have too much power. But it does even out in the courtroom.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys.
All right. Just found that out. Just found that out, Yonathan, that you can get arrested for just doing nothing.
We kind of knew that.
We knew that one here in New York, right?
It's a thing, Jay.
Yeah, it's definitely a thing. Jacques in Omaha, Nebraska. Jacques.
Yes, hello?
What's going on?
Oh, it's pretty good. I really appreciate what you guys doing.
Thank you.
I like what. My question is, my father is a resident, is a permanent resident.
Mm-hmm.
He followed in I-130 for my younger brother since November 2017.
Right.
How
old is your younger brother?
At the time?
Now. Or at the time?
He will turn 18 next July.
He's 18. He's going to turn 18.
Yes.
And your father is a citizen or a resident?
He's a resident.
How did he get his green card?
Through marriage.
So why doesn't the wife file? Why doesn't the wife file for him?
There's another process.
There's a what?
He didn't know the process.
Okay, the wife should be filing for the son. It'll be faster.
Oh, okay. So does it necessary to let the wife follow for him?
The wife should file for this. The wife should file for the son, as long as the marriage happened before the 18th birthday. Because now you have a U.S. citizen parent filing. It's a lot faster.
Oh, okay. So what about if waiting on the file of my father?
You have two cases going.
Oh, okay. So what if we don't let the wife file?
Then he's going to wait longer. Then he's going to wait a lot longer for a green card.
So what time do you think he's going to wait?
It depends if the case is over before he's 21, which 50-50, 2 to 3 years. 50% chance of 2 to 3 years, 50% chance of 10 or 8 or 9, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Let the wife file for him. Hold on one second.
Okay.
I think you guys need help, at least a consultation. So hold on one second, okay? Let's go to Brittany in Brooklyn, New York. Brittany.
Hello.
How are you?
Yes, Brad. Good night. I'm calling to ask if I'm able to use my advance parole after completing my green card interview.
Yes, you can use your advance parole as long as it's valid up until the time you have your green card. Then you don't need it anymore, and you use your green card.
Well, what I'm saying is that I completed the interview already, but I haven't got the card because they requested an
Fine.
RSA.
You still have a pending case. You could use your advance parole.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With that, let's see. Anybody had any good comments here?
As a matter of fact, yes, Brad.
Let's hear some of the good comments.
Jonathan spotted a good one.
What?
He saw Drew Morrison. Do you know who Drew Morrison is, Brad?
No, who's Drew Morrison?
Well,
apparently, it is someone that you met on the elevator.
Where?
Just says someone that you met on the elevator, and he is currently watching.
He said, Brad, Drew is here. We met on the elevator. Told you I would comment.
I know who he is. I know now. I met him leaving the office.
Really?
Yes, he followed me down the street. He was a very nice guy. He said, I came here because of you. You do such a wonderful job.
Wow.
And he goes, I watch you all the time. Then he told me his name, and I said, I never heard that name before.
Because he said,
I watch, but I never make a comment. So now he made a comment. I know, he's a very nice guy. I remember.
Awesome.
We walked all the way down Broadway. We made a left on
Wow.
Broadway. He's
my
like,
God.
and I'm going to the garage to get my car. He's just following me. I thought he was coming home with me.
But you were parked in the same parking garage?
No, he just finally turns around. It's like, all right, I think it's time for me to leave. This is getting a little too.
That's awesome. Well,
yeah, he's a very nice guy.
Everybody
nice
welcome
guy. I
Drew
remember
to the comments.
Yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, there's been a surge of hearts flooding the comments right now because they wanted to show Brad some love.
I like that.
I know.
I like receiving love.
I know you do.
Who doesn't like receiving love?
Who doesn't?
Do you like receiving love?
Oh, I love receiving love.
Do you love it? Do you love to give love or receive love? We should save
love both.
We
You
should
should
save
love
that
both.
for Wednesday,
I
right?
was gonna say love in what form?
Are you a receiver or a giver?
I'm a giver. I'm a giver.
Sweet.
All right, and with that, we gotta give some answers to some social media questions. It's something that we call social media check-in. All right, what do we got?
All right, our very first question is from Wamamra, who said, "Hi, my U.S. sister filed an I-130 and it was approved in 2011. My mom became a U.S. citizen last year. I'm married and over 21, came to the U.S. with a B1, B2 visa in 2003. Could my mom take over the case and I could get the green card here faster than waiting through my sister?"
No, your mom could refile a new case for you. Whether or not it'll be faster or not, I don't know.
Okay, because sister filed in 2011. How long would it take if mom filed for her?
And she's married?
And over 21.
And where's she from?
That we don't know.
Assuming she's not from the Philippines, China, India, or Mexico. A mom filed for married, it'll be longer than the waiting on the sister.
Than waiting on the sister.
Yeah.
All right, Gaza Milla TV says, if I sent my passport to JA, is that Jamaica?
Jamaica.
To renew, and they see that I overstayed, will it be a problem, or should I wait till my work permit comes in to get a state ID to attend my interview? What's your take on this?
I go to the U.S. Embassy, Jamaican consulate here, and renew it. It doesn't matter. My take is the Jamaican Embassy or the Jamaican government can care less whether you overstayed or not. It's not their overstay. It's not their country. They're there to service you and help you as a Jamaican citizen. But me personally, just go to the consulate. It's easier.
Luis has a question on adoption and bringing a possible niece and nephew to the U.S. He says, my niece is 15 years old and is going to turn 16 in October. Do I have time to apply for SIJ? Dad is gone and mom has mental issues that keeps her from caring for her daughter.
Where's this girl now?
In Honduras.
Well, you can't apply for SIJ if the child's in another country.
So she would have to come here first. Mm-hmm. So he's asking, how long should it take to bring her here on an orphan visa?
She's over 16?
She's going to turn 16 in October.
Well, you got to get the orphan petition filed before October, but before that, you got to strip the parents of their parental rights. You got a lot of things that you have to do in the next 6 months. If you want to do, because the parents are still alive, so if you want to do an orphan petition, you better start like ASAP. Call us immediately.
And so he said, I realize I may be too late to do this process.
You can do it right now this month. We'll get it done.
Okay.
Wow.
This is like the end.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Michael T says, quick question. My situation has changed somewhat. I'm still out of status, still married, wife, will not file to change the status. We got into an argument. She threw me out of the house. Now my son, who's 18 and a citizen, wants to do my filing. Can he do this? And if he can, how long will it take?
How old is the son?
Is 18.
Wait till he's 21 and then he can do it.
Okay.
Our wonderful Rococo Chocolate says, can you tell me if USCIS is processing N-400s at this time? I applied over 11 months ago, and I heard you say that Trump shut down VAWA cases. Are they going to throw out the applications? What's the deal?
Is it VAWA or citizenship he's talking about?
He said N-400, and then he said VAWA.
N-400 citizenship, and it's taking 30 months for citizenship now.
Sheesh.
Disgusting.
Yes. You should file a mandamus. I say it all the time.
Yep.
Okay. Mandamus.
Mandamus.
Sue him.
And if you're
and
wondering,
go fast.
And if you're wondering what that is, go to YouTube and check out Abadir Sues the Government, where he sits down and talks with Brad about exactly what a mandamus is, family.
Absolutely. Sal Jobs says, I have a file for a green card through marriage. I got my work permit and got a notification stating that my I-485 is ready to be scheduled for an interview. But a couple of days ago, I saw a message that states that my I-765 case is closed because the applicant or petitioner received a status of benefit Through our means, I definitely need help to understand what this means.
It means they made a mistake or you made a mistake and you need help.
It means call.
Mm-hmm.
Saul, call. Stop.
Okay.
Buck reflections. Sorry.
Butt reflections?
Buck.
Buck.
Oh, buck.
It did sound like
I thought you said butt reflections.
Buck.
I thought this was Wednesday already.
Butt reflections? Such a weird.
It's such a weird name.
Amalgam of words.
Yes.
Sounds like a plastic surgery establishment.
For all of your, to reflect the butt you want on the outside.
Butt reflection.
On the inside. Buck reflection says.
Buck.
Like
a young buck.
Yes.
Yes.
If
or a
you-
young butt.
Or a young butt.
Okay, all right.
Don't that's a little R. Kelly.
That's it.
Every single day gets more and more hump day-ish.
Right.
Buck Reflections. It says, if you have done 20 years in prison and you did, and you have a green card.
Now I know why he's doing reflecting. Okay.
He's got some reflecting to do. And you've got a green card and they release you for doing your time in prison. How long before they come and get you and deport you?
Momentarily.
Any minute now,
Any
Buck.
minute now. I'm like, you got lucky, man.
Oof.
Wow,
got lucky.
They would release you not into ICE custody? Don't they,
They didn't
normally
realize.
Ah.
They didn't realize he should have been.
Sheesh. Raid Mali says, my friend's wife left him 7 days before the interview for a green card. She disappeared. So he doesn't know if he should go. Tell him what to do, please.
Have a consultation with me because you don't go by yourself unless you're going to be doing an abuse case. I don't know whether there was abuse or not.
Nikki is her name, has a question. She says it's about her son. She's a U.S. citizen. My son is a permanent resident and he overstayed his time in Jamaica for about 8 years. So now he'd like to come back to the States. But the thing is, he never actually left the country with his permanent resident card because it was taking too long to come in the mail. So he left with just his passport, his congratulations letter, and his conditional green card, even though it didn't have any use to him. He was 18 years old at the time. Now he's 26. Can he come back on that green card?
How long has he been out of the country now?
8 years.
No, you can't come back on that green card.
What can he do?
You need to apply for a new green card. You can try to apply for an SB1 visa, but I'm unlikely to get it 8 years later.
Oh, man.
All right, Rachel says, I passed my interview on VAWA and I was approved. They told me that they will send my green card in the mailbox after 7 to 14 days. But it's now 28 days. I didn't receive anything.
Maybe it's there tomorrow. If you don't get it in 60 days, give me a call.
60 days?
60
What happens
days.
if you don't get it in 60 days?
It's probably lost.
And what do you have to do?
Apply for a replacement. If assuming it's approved.
She said she was approved.
Assuming.
Assuming.
I don't know. I wasn't there.
Grateful Tammy. Grateful Tammy said, what if a U.S. citizen is filing for a alien spouse's children? So stepchildren.
What if?
How would one go about that? And what's the wait time?
File an I-130 as long as the marriage occurred before the children's 18th birthday. The wait time is about 15 months.
Jasmine McDonald says, how long does it take for a 10-year green card to approve nowadays?
That's removing the conditions, like 2.5 years. It's crazy. It's longer than the actual 2 years that they give you.
Sheesh.
I think I understand Rococo Chocolate's question, but there are two possibilities I'm seeing here, right? So he had talked about...
Just like I thought it was Rocco or Rococo.
Right,
There
are two possibilities.
Right.
So he was talking about having filed his N-400 and already waiting several months, 8 months, I think he said. But then he had said that he was worried because he had filed under VAWA. Now he said, are they going to deport all who file under VAWA?
No, I understand now.
He had gotten his green
He
card
already got
through
his green
VAWA.
card through VAWA.
Right.
They don't take it away. They're just talking about future cases for VAWA. Don't worry about it.
That's what I thought too.
Right.
Okay, Aluwa Rotimi
Yeah.
says, what up, Brad?
What up?
How can you stay outside America when you're a citizen?
We already answered
You did
this.
answer
Right,
that
I said
one.
Arriva at the beginning. I said Arriva Dirty.
You
did
Pay
say
your
that.
taxes.
You messed
All
us
right,
up.
yeah, you messed this up. All right, Said Muhammad says, I'm legal. I have a green card for more than 3 years, and my wife is a citizen. We have a beautiful daughter. Me and her want to go on a vacation this year. Can I get a passport now, or do I have to wait 5 years?
You could apply for your citizenship based on a bona fide marriage of having a green card for 3 years. Why not?
Yeah.
Sanicia said, my husband filed 2018 tax returns today. My interview is next month. Do we need to fill out a new I-864?
No, just bring the most recent tax returns with you to the interview.
All right. Jay Jamaican says, if my wife walked away, can I file for abandonment relationship to get my papers? I have a lot to prove. We were in a bona fide relationship and we have kids, etc.
There is no green card for abandonment. There's only a green card if you live in a bona fide marriage and you and your spouse show up to an interview or there was abuse in the relationship, physical or emotional. That's it.
Maestro Henry said, if you get married before 30 days after entering the U.S.,
You are
can
screwed.
you go home, and what's the solution?
You can go home, but you're going to need a waiver to come back. You screwed yourself. Need a good lawyer.
Kitty Doll. Hey, Brad, is it a good idea to take food stamps for your kids while filing for your husband that's not the kid's father? Their biological father lives in the States, and there is a pending child support case.
It doesn't sound like it's a good idea for the father, but you don't want your kids to starve. I think it would be a worse idea for the kids to starve, but certainly doesn't look good on the case.
Legs11 Tag said, is the right to appeal a decision by USCIS wavered if found inadmissible on a visa waiver?
Wavered?
I'm assuming they mean
If you're
waived.
on a visa waiver, there is no appeal of a denial of an adjustment. You don't even get to go to an immigration judge. You just get deported.
Yeah.
All right, Danny Perkins says, good evening. How long does it take for the biometric to do the interview for a citizen?
How long does it take for a biometric to do an interview for a citizen?
How long does it take after the biometric to do the interview for the citizen?
30 months less the amount of months you waited to take the biometric. It's a 30-month process. I don't know what they took the biometric.
Audrey Miller said, is there any changes in the time of processing
Yes.
when it comes to change of status documents?
Yes, everything is long, takes too long.
Way too long.
Everything is too long. Call Abadir, sue the government.
Woo!
Yes, mandamus. All right, Jacqueline Martinez. Hey, Brad. I was told that if I had a U.S. citizen parent and a grandfather born in the U.S., I have the right to file for citizenship. I never knew this before, and I lived under her custody since I was 3 years old.
She
in
lived
the
with
US.
grandma, who's the citizen?
It says if I had a U.S. Citizen parent and a grandfather born in the U.S.,
if you had a green card and you lived with a U.S. citizen parent before your 18th birthday in their legal and physical custody, you're a citizen. Had nothing to do with a grandparent.
Okay.
Shanique says, okay. It sounds like she's asking about VAWA. She said, when your husband starts to abuse you and throws you out and you were about to file your paperwork and then everything crashes around you, I need to know how long someone takes to hear back once they submit paperwork. I submitted about 3 weeks ago.
Well, you're not going to hear on the VAWA case for at least 18 to 24 months, but hopefully you're applying for an adjustment as well, and you'll get a work permit in a few months.
Saul Jobs says, still waiting on to know what it means when immigration says I-175 case closed because the petitioner or applicant received benefits through other means.
It means to me that they got a green card some other way, so you can't get a green card twice. That's why I'm saying something is amiss.
Yeah, that's weird. Zoanne or Zone Powell said, when your immigration papers are in process, is it okay to drive or fly from state to state, or do you not recommend it?
Enjoy your trip. Go state to state.
And Marie Crooks Timol. Good evening, everyone. Great show.
Thank you.
I've learned a lot from this show. God bless.
Thank you.
Nice.
I've learned a lot from doing this show.
Really?
Have you?
Yes.
How?
How? I've learned all about television production. And,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I thought you meant about immigration.
Me too. I was like,
No, I didn't learn anything about immigration.
About immigration from this show.
But I've learned about news, and I've learned about people's American dreams, and I've learned about different influential people who have been immigrants, and I've learned about immigration advocates who are helping, and trailblazers, and people who came from nothing, who are now famous, who were immigrants. I've heard all sorts of stories that I didn't know about before.
This is true.
That's a good point. That's
All
a good
right.
point.
So asking for a relative currently serving in the U.S. Navy, she filed for her mom, but the mom was denied because she tried to enter the U.S. about 17 years ago on someone else's visa. What's the best option moving forward on this issue? Thank you and your staff for an awesome job.
The daughter can't file for the mom, unfortunately, because there's no waiver from daughter to mom. So the only way the mom gets a green card is if daughter's grandmother, which would be mom's mother or father, file for her. She can get a waiver through a parent or through a spouse. Mom would have to get married in a bona fide marriage.
We've got a question from Ken Kibbett, who is back. Man, he started watching and he didn't stop. Thanks, Ken.
Keep it going.
He said, what are some solid examples that you could give us for someone applying or requesting a fee waiver through VAWA? Can it also be used for the I-485 form?
Well, the VAWA, everybody gets a fee waiver. You can be a billionaire. You don't pay a fee for the VAWA application. It's free. As far as the examples of, I don't want to pay for the filing fee for the I-485, you just got to show you're below the poverty level. This is what I earn. I don't earn enough, period. So here's the example. I earn $5,000, fee waiver.
Right.
Here I earned $6,000, fee waiver, solid example.
Right, yeah.
I earned $7,000 last year, solid example.
Right.
Even $8,000, solid. 4 solid examples there.
I'm assuming that if you're
anything
a
below
solo
the poverty
human,
level,
even like 12,
15,000, solid example. Just prove what you earned.
Gromiko Brown. Good day. What's the wait time for the NVC to schedule an interview after the documents have been accepted?
It shouldn't take more than 6 weeks, but it's probably taking about 90 days now.
We've got another question from Copper Clan. Welcome back, sir. I got married in 2017, in March of 2017, and this March is going to mark 2 years since our marriage. It's been 11 months since my adjustment of status interview. Am I going to get a 10-year green card without filing a waiver? I came on a visitor's visa. Someone told me that I won't have to file for a waiver if my marriage has reached 2 years.
Well, there's no waiver. You just, at the 2-year mark, when they approve your case, they're going to mail you a permanent green card. There's nothing for you to file. It's just going to happen automatically.
Mohammed says, how can my wife stop the Medicare when she collects SSD? And they automatically gave her a Medicare Part A and B with it. Also, our children have Medicaid, so do they have to be off of it or just her? Also, it's Medicare denied visa.
You call them up and say, Medicaid. I don't want it anymore. Stop. Stop sending me money, government, and they'll be more than happy to stop it.
I was going to say, surely they're not going to fight you too hard.
It's very simple. As far as your kids on it, it doesn't help the situation, but again, you don't want your kids to go without medical care or food, so you got to do what you have to do. But certainly your wife should be off it.
Karen said, my 9-year-old son collects SSI, and with that, the Social Security office automatically assigned him Medicaid. Will his Medicaid cause a denial for my husband's visa?
It's Medicaid for a U.S. citizen child. It's not Medicaid. He's not the petitioner. He's not giving an affidavit of support. But certainly, they look at the totality of circumstances. And if the totality of circumstances shows you can't afford to support your husband 125% above the poverty level, they're going to have a problem. The fact that he's on some sort of government assistance based on need would indicate to me that at the bare minimum, you would need a second affidavit of support. Always better not to be on it. Again, we don't want to deny children food, medical care, but it certainly doesn't help your case, that's for sure.
Melissa Robinson says, how long is the wait if you were approved 2014 unmarried children of the U.S. citizen?
3 to 4 more years. They're in 2011 right now.
Shauna K. Pert says, what qualifies someone for DACA?
You had to be, well, first of all, you can't file right now, but you had to be here before June 2007, been under 16 by 2000, here between 7 and 2012. Mm-hmm. Okay, under 16 by 2012, and been physically here the whole time, and either graduated high school or has a GED or in a GED program.
Vera says...
And I had it wrong. Entered before 16 and under 31 before June of 2012.
Okay.
My apologies.
Vera,
I haven't been answered that question in a while. So.
Yeah, it's true. We haven't had it in a while.
Vera says, hey, Brad, my friend married to a U.S. citizen, but in June 2011, they never applied for a green card. The U.S. citizen passed away and left my friend with 3 minor kids who are all U.S. citizen. Is it possible for her to get a green card as a widow?
Married to a citizen?
Yeah, married to the U.S. citizen, but that person died.
As long as you file the widow petition within 2 years of the death, yes.
Okay, it doesn't say when,
Right.
so...
Damien Flawless Parks said, I've got court in March for a DWI charge. I want to know, what are the immigration consequences? I'm from New Jersey, but the incident actually took place in New York. And I've been in the U.S. for about 5.5 years now, and the incident happened 2 months ago.
DUI is not deportable. DWI is. Make sure you're not guilty of anything, but if you were to be guilty of anything, make sure it's not DWI. It's different than DUI.
Nadia Keen says, filed for my U.S. citizenship and lost my green card. What do I do?
Oof.
File for citizenship and lost my green card?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
File your citizenship. Don't worry about it.
Cordella Douglas said, hey, Uncle Brad, I'm asking for my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
She married a green card holder, and he is filing for her and her children. She got her I-130 petition approved. The husband started to be abusive towards her. He even stopped taking care of her and her children. The husband moved out. So what can she do about her I-130 approval, and what can she do to now get her work permit and social security card?
She can file a VAWA as abused by a permanent resident, get that approved, and then file an adjustment.
Michaela, or Michaela, either or, I don't know. Do I have to withdraw my asylum to file under my wife? She's a citizen, married 2+ years. How long for my EAD after filing under my wife?
Your EAD is in 6 months, and yes, you got to withdraw your asylum first.
Jacques said he's got a pending asylum case, but last year he married the love of his life, a U.S. citizen. They already filed for the adjustment of status. His question is, does he now withdraw the asylum case, or does he just let it be?
Withdraw the asylum or you're not getting a green card.
Grandma Marge Higgs says, good evening. My friend has 3 adult daughters who are citizens in Canada. She's in America and is out of status. Can her kids file for her without her going back to Jamaica? Thank you.
If the kids are U.S. citizens and they're over the age of 21, she can file for them here.
We've got a question from Jay Jamaican, the follow-up. It's been 13 months since we filed for the I-130, and they say that they only got our application when the green card holder filed in June. She's going to become a citizen. She's done the fingerprint, so what they're asking is, do we wait for the green card holder to become a citizen, or can we file? And is that going to change? They filed 13 months ago.
Wait for the green card holder to become a citizen, then you can do an adjustment.
Selena says, good evening. Can a stepdaughter file for a stepdad? Mother's been married to the stepdad for about 2 years, and they just got a divorce.
Well, if the marriage occurred before the child's 18th birthday, and that's number 1 to be a stepdad. You also have to be over 21 to file, so there's no way that she's over 21, or the marriage happened after 18.
So no.
I'm just doing the math. In this particular case, the marriage had to occur before the 18th birthday for her to be able to file for stepdad. And my guess is that it happened over 18 if she's asking if I can file for my stepdad.
Right. And if
because they've only been married for 2 years.
For 2 years, so there's no way. Yeah, because of the math.
Right.
The math.
The math.
So.
The math.
If it happened after 18, then that's a dud.
Right. No. If it happened before, then wait till you're 21.
Wait till you're 21. Perfect.
Rukmini said, I've got a question. If someone had a charge in their home country, would that affect them in getting a green card if they are presently here in the U.S. adjusting their status?
Yes.
Ooh.
Arrests anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. I'm going crazy.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, all right.
right, Vanessa Wish. It's been 1 month since I upgraded my I-130 to IR. I received an email stating that it's been upgraded, but not a receipt of notice. Is that okay, or should I call them?
An email seems to be okay these days, right?
Hypothetically?
Yeah.
I always get lost. They get worried. They get lost in some sort of cyberspace hole.
But you got an email. They acknowledged it. Don't worry about it. Right.
Change name said, I'm worried that I have yet to receive a letter notifying that I filed an I-130. I received notification about the I-485, the 765, and the 131, but not the I-130. What's wrong? That's $550 that USCIS has not acknowledged.
Just make sure your check cleared, and then you have nothing to worry about. Don't get angry.
And that's it.
That's it.
Woo!
So last year, you may remember I spoke with the portrait artist Betsy Ashton about her exhibit, the art exhibit she did in the church.
Yeah, last week,
Last week. What did I say, last year?
Yeah, you did. It's fine.
I did, but it was last week. It's
been a long week.
last century, you may remember.
In the early 90s.
In the early 90s, I may have spoken to somebody. I think I mentioned it to you about 25 years ago, Yonathan, but you were a little baby. So she had a wonderful statistics incorporated in her show that was how immigrants benefited America. And we thought those statistics were really interesting, but we're really not going to share any of those statistics with anybody right now, because for whatever reason, they're not ready to show it. So instead, Belgium, Kim, and Yonathan, Yo-Yo, Elias, I believe that Julie, the TriCaster guy, said, wait! We have about 8 more questions, social media questions.
Is that a fact?
That's what he said.
I believe we can find some, Brad.
Okay, we'll finish our 8 left, and then we'll call it a night.
Okay, we've got Vanessa, who said, it's been a month since I upgraded my I-130 to IR. I received an email stating that it has been...
I read that one.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So I'm going to do Sid.
Oh, man, that was a different one.
Yes. I have a question. What this mean? If your case is being held for review at this time, USCIS does not require any further information or documents from you. Should further information or documents be required, you will be received a notice in the mail. We may also schedule you for another interview. You will receive a notice in the mail. Otherwise, a final decision will be mailed once your case is complete. I got this after my interview as a notice.
What does that mean?
Yeah. What does this mean?
Exactly what it says. We got everything. We're going to let you know. You don't have to do anything else.
Okay.
That was pretty obvious there, right?
Yeah, but
He's still nervous.
Yeah, it's okay to be.
It's okay. What does it mean? It means they're going to give you a decision soon.
All right.
Fantastic. Sean Smith said, do you know what's the latest on SIDS cases over 18? I heard there was a court hearing that took place today on the age issue.
I don't know about the court hearing today, but I know the Ninth Circuit talked about it and at least certainly in California struck it down.
All right. Melissa Robinson says, how long is the wait for an unmarried daughter of a citizen approved June 2014?
4 more years.
Alejandra said, my employer is not accepting the 180-day extension. What can I do? I'm under the C9 category.
You go to a lawyer and sue him.
Boom.
All right. Karen Grant says, what year do they reach for unmarried children and how long does it take?
Where they reach for unmarried children of U.S. citizens, they're up to October 22nd, 2011. Unmarried children over the age of 21 of permanent residents, August 1st, 2012.
Vicky Miller says, I'm from Jamaica and my father is 77 years old. He'll be a citizen in the U.S. this April. I want to know how long it's going to take if he should file for us. That's my husband, my son, and myself.
He's 15 years.
Oh.
Angela says, hi, asking for a friend. When you marry a citizen, how long does it take to get get true on a visa and overstay?
About 12 to 24 months for an adjustment.
Gadi Izu on YouTube said, I had a religious persecution violence in Nigeria and I filed an asylum claim that same year. How long will it take for the judge to decide my case, and can I attend school while he does?
You can get a work permit, and if the school is willing to take you with the work permit, wonderful. Asylum cases take years and years and years, so don't expect anything happening anytime soon.
Kneve Black Strat Robinson.
Yeah.
What's the estimated cost to do an orphan petition?
Legal fees?
Both.
Well, there's
legal fees and the.
There's court fees, which is family court, whatever the family court would charge you. You have to pay for social worker evaluation, which could be well over $1,000. You got to pay for fingerprints for everybody in the household, which are $25 each. You have immigration filing fees. Just out-of-pocket expenses, you're at $2,000-3,000 probably.
And our last question of the evening is Carol Everbless Johnson said, I was brought here as a child and adopted by my aunt who's a U.S. citizen, but now I'm 38 years old and still undocumented. My daughter is going to be 21 in June. Will she be able to help me?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, wow, all that time.
It's about time.
Yeah.
Right.
See, aunts think, I can't stand it. I'm be honest with you. I hear this all the time. I can't stand it when a family member says, I took this child and I raised this child. I did a good thing. You didn't do a good thing if you raised a child and took care of a child and didn't do anything about that child's immigration status. You didn't do a good thing. You actually set that person up for failure later in life. And I hear that all the time. And then always the excuse is, I didn't know what to do. Go find out what you have to do. You have a child, a human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time. It frustrates me.
Particularly, they're undocumented.
What?
You know that human being is undocumented.
Yes.
Right.
Exactly. So meanwhile, last decade,
Yeah.
you may remember that I spoke to a woman by the name of Betsy Ashton
Yeah.
about her beautiful exhibit portraits of immigrants. And in there, she had these statistics about immigration, about how important immigrants are to American society. And without immigrants, we wouldn't be the America we are today. Not economically, not socially, nothing. Culturally. So we thought these statistics were really important. And we sent Yonathan out onto the streets to ask people if they knew that what these statistics were. Let's watch.
What's up, Brad Squad? It's your boy Yonathan Elias in the streets of Manhattan. Today, we're gonna test out some New Yorkers and test their knowledge on immigrants and their contributions to America. Make sure you guys play along in the comments as we bring you the first edition of Immigration 101. You ready? Hey, we got a cool friend right here. What's your name?
Lila.
Where are you from?
China.
Hey, your energy is off the chain.
I know, right?
All right, so you ready to play Immigration 101?
Sounds good.
All right, so now first question. What percentage of Fortune 500 companies were founded by an immigrant or the child of an immigrant? Is it 12%, 26%, 43%, or 68%?
I would like to say 68%.
Mike from Queens.
What up?
So 12%, 26%, 43%, or 68%?
I want to say the second answer.
26%?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Jamil.
Where are you from?
I was born here in New York City.
What percentage of Fortune 500 companies were founded by an immigrant or the child of an immigrant? Is it 12%, 26%, 43%, or 68%?
I'll just say 43%.
Hey, come on, you got it. There you go. Joe from Hoboken. All right, you ready to play Immigration 101?
Yeah.
How many immigrant entrepreneurs are there in the United States? 1.2 million, 2.8 million, 3.1 million, or 4.2 million?
Go 4.2 million.
How many immigrant entrepreneurs are there in the United States? 1.2 million, 2.8 million, 3.1 million, or 4.2 million?
4.2.
I want to say 4.2.
4.2 million.
3.1, almost. I like that you went big on that. I like that. Emma and Clive, where are you from?
England.
How many doctors are immigrants? 1 in 2, 1 in 4, 1 in 6, or 1 in 20?
1 in 6. 1 in 2.
1 in 2.
How many doctors are immigrants? 1 in 2, 1 in 4, 1 in 6, or 1 in 20?
I'm going to go 1 in 6.
I would say 1 in 20 is probably.
1 in 4. 1 in 4. It's a lot more immigrant doctors out there. All right, what percentage of refugees become entrepreneurs? 4%, 9%, 11.5%, or 13%?
13%. 11.5.
I want to say 9%. I would say 13%.
13.
There you go. Look, I like it. Go big or go home. You got it. Yeah. How many people in the U.S. are employed by immigrant-owned companies? 2.3 million, 8 million, 6.7 million, or 1.2 million?
Let's go 8 million.
2.3, I think.
6.7.
6.7.
I want to say 6. I think 8 million will be the answer, right?
Yo, what? All right, are you looking at the answers? Hold on. All right, now, what percentage of DACA recipients are gainfully employed? 22%, 46%, 74%, or 90%?
90.
Yes.
90%.
94%.
90%, yep. 22%, 46%, 74%, or 90%?
Oh, would 90% be the correct answer?
Yo! 22%, 46% of them, 74%, or 90% of them?
It was 90. That's crazy. Is it 90?
It is 90. Out of the 10 U.S. cities that have accepted the most refugees per capita, how many saw their crime rate drop? 1 in 10, 3 in 10, 7 in 10, or 9 in 10?
3 in 10.
Out of the 10 U.S. cities that have accepted the most refugees per capita, how many saw their crime rate drop? 1 in 10, 3 in 10, 7 in 10, or 9 in 10?
9 in 10?
9 in 10, brother.
9 and 10.
Yeah, I'm feeling like you're leaning towards 9 and 10 with this. Is it 9 and 10?
It is 9 and 10, Joe.
9 and 10?
Okay. Yo, this is crazy. Like, who just knows these statistics like that? You're amazing, bro.
Thank you.
All right, y'all. Thank you, everybody, for playing. Our first edition of Immigration 101 is very important to know these statistics because, of course, our president, Donald Trump, just declared a national state of emergency saying that we need to protect the U.S. borders from these immigrants and refugees that we were just talking about. And also, big shout out to the New American Economy, which is an organization that fights for local, federal, and state immigration policies that gathered these statistics. All right, y'all, back to the studio. We out.
All right, good job there, Yonathan.
Thank you. That was fun.
Yeah, and good job there, Party Rock with the good editing there.
Right, Party Rock.
Yeah, Party
Very
rocked it out.
He
rocked it out there.
Party
I
Rock
liked it.
really living up to his name. That was quite a party.
There was quite a party there. All right, we have something called Comments of the Day, Belgium Kid. Something like that.
Something.
All right, our first comment of the day comes from Muhammad Al-Kurdi saying, Mr. Brad, if I had the power, I would give you the Nobel Peace Prize for humanity.
Wow.
As I will make you become one of the 10 great people in the history for your limitless help to the people.
Wow.
That's one of the best.
The Nobel Peace Prize.
Nobel.
That's much better than being the president.
Yeah.
That's much better than Brad 2028.
You know, anyone can be submitted for a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah,
Brad
maybe we
Squad.
should submit me.
Go to work.
Yes. Let's go to work.
Let's go to
All right,
work.
yeah, okay, that's a good idea. Stop pressing the like button.
And just
start
submit.
making petitions for Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Either one would be good.
Either one is helpful.
Yes.
LVLX Gaiman was really rocking the vintage today, Brad. He said, Brad's rugged look resembles Hugh Jackman. Is he auditioning for the next Wolverine?
I don't think that's a really good scary Wolverine.
Not a great scary
That's
Wolverine.
not a very scary
We're
Wolverine.
going to work on that one.
I got to work on the scary Wolverine, right?
Yeah, we're going to work on that one. All right, our third comment of the day is from Loretta Brown saying, I watch your live chat every time. I find it very informative. You and your host are so nice and awesome. I love you all.
Wow, very good. Thank you.
Thank you. We love
I
you
find
too.
it informative also, let me tell you.
Well, there's so much we learn on this
I
show.
do. I learned a lot.
We've already,
Yes.
And our final one of the day is from Bubakar Souli. And Bubakar Souli said Bradshaw Live is a really good immigration concept. I hope to see this show continue for immigration freedom and success. I hope one day to be invited in person as an immigrant.
Wow. If it was only a television producer, there's one person who thinks it's a good concept. And with that, we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for watching. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465.